Hey Shakers, and welcome to Worth Your Salt, the podcast that shakes up your marketing game in the health and wellness industry. Worth Your Salt is brought to you by Salt Marketing. Salt Marketing helps health and wellness practitioners build trust and authority to attract a steady stream of inbound wellness seekers. For more information, you can visit us online at saltmarketing.co. I'm Jennifer Oraquah, StoryBrand Certified Guide, Marketing Strategist with Salt Marketing, and your host for today's episode of Worth Your Salt. For spa and salon owners, the journey of growing and scaling can bring challenges that often feel like familiar adversaries. From navigating fluctuating consumer trends to managing operational complexities and staying ahead in a fiercely competitive landscape, the path to expansion can seem like a relentless uphill battle. Balancing the demands of maintaining exceptional service standards while strategically expanding offerings to attract new clientele requires a delicate dance. Yet, despite the obstacles, the allure of realizing the full potential of their vision keeps owners pressing forward, determined to overcome every hurdle in that path. Today, I have the privilege of speaking with Dayna Nyman, a trailblazer with a proven track record of success at South Carolina's Winchester Spa and Salon. Dayna has redefined traditional salon marketing approaches to expand the business and increase its scope. From crafting innovative campaigns to nurturing a loyal customer base, Dayna's insights offer invaluable lessons for marketers across the wellness industry. Dayna, I am so thrilled to have you join me today on Worth Your Salt.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
So first, I was hoping you would share a little bit about your journey with the Winchester Spa and Salon, how you came to be where you are.
Yeah, of course. So I actually grew up in the salon industry. My mom was a hairdresser my entire childhood. And so, of course, I was in the salon all the time with her. And I grew to actually love being in the medical side of things in school. So I went to college for biology. When I was doing biology, I started taking psychology classes, and that's when I really found out that I love psychology. So I ended up switching to that, graduated with a psychology degree and a sociology degree. And then my mom called me right when I was about to graduate and said, "Hey, I just bought this salon on the sidewalk. Do you come and work here?" And I said, "Sure." So I went down there, and on my last week of school, I started helping her paint. And next thing I knew, I was working the front desk. And then the next thing I knew after that, I was managing and doing social media. And one thing just led to another. And I just found out that my true passion out of everything was marketing and doing the social media for the spa. And it was kind of funny how I was like, well, I'm not really doing anything with my psychology degree. And then I realized I am.
Yes, you very much are.
So yeah, very much so. And it just, the way everything was tying in together, it was working out so great. And I was so passionate about doing the social media. And now I'm the director at the Winchester, where I'm overseeing pretty much all the operations, all the marketing, all the social media, and all of that great stuff. So it's definitely been a journey, and this position kind of fell in my lap, but it has brought so much passion that I didn't even, an interest that I didn't even know I had.
Yeah, I love that. And the diverse skill set that you bring to it and all the different ways of thinking about it. I mean, obviously, there's a great deal of psychology involved in marketing, but of course, the spa and salon market is super competitive. So what strategies have you implemented to sort of foster an environment of growth and excellence within the Winchester brand?
I would say the first thing would be that passion. I think it's important that your clients and even your employees see that passion, and the education as well, having that personal part of it, promoting yourself and engaging. I think that all of that's really important with the strategies for growth in such a competitive market.
Yeah, I love that. So with your background in psychology, how do you apply that expertise to lead the brand with these innovative marketing strategies?
I think with my background in psychology, I approach marketing from a consumer behavior perspective, utilizing the emotional and psychological appeals in our promotions to connect with the clients more deeply, to drive the engagement and the loyalty. So I asked myself, what do our clients want to see?
But it's more than that, too, because obviously you have the expertise within the salon and the spa to back up everything that you're marketing. And you guys have earned multiple awards voted on by the clients, the community. So what do you attribute that success to? How do you maintain such high standards?
Well, I think it just goes to our commitment to quality and staying involved with our community. We regularly are wanting to know what the guests are wanting out of each experience. And that starts with consultation forms in the beginning, all the way to the goodbye bags whenever they leave. And this year we dedicated ourselves to committing to the guest experience of each visit. So how can we improve that experience even more? Because at this point, we've been open for 5 or 6 years. So most businesses kind of get to that plateau of, all right, this is a great standard. How do we maintain it? I don't think I want to maintain it. I actually want to go to the next level, going one step above and beyond what we've been doing and trying to continue to have those clients come back and continue to maintain those high standards just by staying so involved and dedicated to each guest experience.
I love that mindset of, continual improvement where, we're not going to just rest on our laurels. We've won these awards, but we're going to continue to improve. You mentioned customer feedback. And how do you refine your marketing strategies and enhance that guest experience based on that feedback?
So we actually get customer feedback from every single visit. The software that we use is awesome because it'll automatically send a text message after every single appointment asking for the guest to review us. And every single review that we get, we rate it with management and the staff. And we actually have reviews set into our staff's quotas. So they have to have a certain amount of reviews each month. So that also goes into the staff telling clients, hey, your reviews are important to me. I would love if you would take the time to, give us that feedback. And not only is it allowing the staff member to get feedback, but we get feedback as well. And it just helps us improve. They also have opportunities to write on their consultation forms what to expect to give a 5-star service. So by the end of their service, we are hoping that the review is 5-star because from the very beginning and to the end, we basically have all of the guest expectations for that visit. And so our job is to blow them, their expectations out of the water and go above and beyond. So by the time that we get that feedback, we can review it and make sure that we went above and beyond for that guest.
All right, Dayna, these are fantastic insights for any service-based business, really. I have to take a quick sponsorship break right now, but when we come back, I want to talk more about how you focused on the Winchester brand. Hey there, Salt Nation. If you're ready to scale your practice and make a real impact, I want to make sure you know about a game changer, Keep, K-E-A-P, the business automation software we use and recommend at Salt Marketing. Imagine this. Before Keep, you're spending countless hours and dollars to generate leads, send follow-up emails, guessing about what your employees, your prospects, your customers might want from you. It's overwhelming. Now, picture your life with Keep. You have a streamlined, automated system that handles all of these tasks for you. Your employees are onboarded consistently, your clients receive timely reminders, personalized emails, and seamless service. You get to focus on what you do best, helping your clients achieve their wellness goals. Keep is HIPAA compliant. That means you can trust it with sensitive client information, ensuring their privacy and security. And with customer lifecycle automation, you can capture leads directly from your website and follow up with them automatically to turn them into raving fans. If you're ready to transform your practice, head over to saltmarketing.co/keep for a free trial. When you partner with Salt Marketing, you'll save on Keep and enjoy perks like additional contacts and, of course, our expertise on getting it launched and making money for you right away. Don't wait. Take the leap and automate your business today with Keep. Head to saltmarketing.co/keep for your free trial. Your future self will thank you. We're back here on the Worth Your Salt podcast with Dayna Nyman with the Winchester Spa and Salon, and we're talking about how she supported the growth of the Winchester with a focused and innovative marketing approach. So, Dayna, what would you say are some of the key marketing strategies you've employed to build the Winchester Spa and Salon?
I would definitely say our key strategies are online advertising, building that strong social media presence, and community engagement events. Here in Somerville, we are a really tight-knit community, and I think word of mouth is also very important. So having that reputation is really important and a strong local connection. And our brand message definitely focuses on wellness and luxury. So appealing to people who want like an all-inclusive or exclusive experiences is important. It's kind of why we did the limousine, and we're so adamant on advertising our passion and education. I think that all of that's important for marketing strategies as well.
Well, and it's interesting because I think a lot of local businesses don't think to elevate themselves to that level, to that luxury, that sort of exclusive feel that you've managed to do. So I'm wondering, and you and I talked about this a little bit before, but what role does branding play in the success? How do you ensure that your brand image is consistent across all the channels? You have pictures of the limousine, but it's way more than that. So how do you do that?
Right. I think branding is so important, if not the most important thing when it comes to marketing. And over the years, I have learned that marketing, it comes down to your brand. Whenever I do training with our staff members, we go through the ABCs of marketing. And one of those things, B for brand. And when a client looks at your page, is your brand obvious? I think it's crucial, and it communicates the values and the quality of services that your clients can expect. And we maintain the consistency of this brand across all of our channels with textures, colors, and our core values. I think it's important when you look at a page or a website, can you tell within 3 seconds of looking at that page what the business is?
Tell me a little bit more about the ABCs that you teach your team.
Yeah, so the ABCs, that's my little tool for helping people get their social media and their marketing set up. So the A is going to be your audience. Who is your dream client? Are you promoting that? And I tell them too, I'm like, even if you don't have a portfolio full of that exact client that you're trying to attract, get on Pinterest, find some pictures. It's okay to say, oh, I love this look. Who wants to try it? That's okay too. It doesn't have to necessarily be your work. It can be an inspiration picture. And I think that that's important for people that are just starting too. B would be that brand. So textures, colors, your core values. And then C is creativity. What are you doing that is different and unique? What are you doing that's standing out? What is your niche? I tell everyone, find a niche for the stylist, whether it be thin hair or extensions or natural hair. What are you passionate about? What can we really focus in to attract those clients? Because ultimately, I want them to be doing the only thing that they're passionate about. And that means promoting that. If you want those clients in your chair, that's what you have to put out there and attract. And that goes back to the branding.
And I love that you're teaching your entire staff that they are part of the marketing team.
Yes.
But what do you think are some of the most successful marketing strategies you've employed?
I would definitely say the sense of belonging. It's important to engage with your community and make them feel involved. Every post that we post to encourage the client to feel like they're part of that post.
Very nice. You also offer a really successful membership program. So I'm wondering, what do you think sets that apart? How do you differentiate your membership from other memberships? Why do you believe it works so well?
The memberships have definitely been trial and error over the last couple of years. When we first started, they were really limited and a little complex. And I've learned over the years that simple is better, because at first we would say, all right, you get one massage or one facial, one this or one that. But now it's pretty much all inclusive, where you get bonus dollars per month and samples and goodie things like that, where you can pick and choose and try services that you might not normally try. And it promotes people that do services that they're passionate about, again, that they might not normally get to do regularly, that clients might end up finding that they love too. So I love the new memberships that we have now, where clients can pretty much do any service that they want in the salon. And I think that this has been our most successful membership because of that.
So I know that a big focus of the Winchester is that returning customer and making sure that you get that loyalty going. How do you guys do that?
One big system that we have to maintain our repeat clients is our trade card system. And what that is a loyalty system, or what I sometimes call royalty system, for our clients, to where they essentially earn 1 point for every dollar that they spend in the salon, whether that be on services or products. And our big push is that if a client rebooks the same day as an appointment, they double those points for that visit. So if they spend $100 on a massage, we at checkout say, oh, by the way, did you know that you can earn some complimentary services by rebooking for your next appointment? Let's go ahead and get you on the schedule. Tyler has this day available at this time in a couple of weeks, So then that treat card system gets that conversation starting about rebooking, while also giving them incentive. And I think that giving clients incentive is the biggest push, not allowing those close-ended questions of, do you want to rebook today? I always tell front desk, don't ever ask that question. It's an instant no. So we want to ask the question of, let's go ahead and get you on Tyler's books in a couple weeks. You double your treat card points and you get free services. And then that kind of leads into that. So when then they rebook, I say, oh, because you rebooked today, you earned this service and this service and this service. So it's enhancing their experience as well as encouraging our books for the future. And then that conversation leads into memberships. So, oh, because you're coming back in 4 weeks, let's talk about a membership now. You'll really benefit from doing this membership because you'll have an extra $60 to spend next month. So it all ties in, it all goes hand in hand. So it's motivating the client to want to rebook, and also motivating our front desk to go above and beyond for that client.
I love that. Adding value at every turn. That's great. So I'm wondering, you talk about trying new services and, in the beauty world, trends are constantly evolving. So how do you decide which things to offer? How do you keep the Winchester's marketing offerings fresh and relevant?
I would actually say because of trending reels on Instagram and what's popular. Like right now, the head spa is so popular on Instagram. And people keep saying, oh my gosh, do you have the head spa? Do you have the head spa? Yeah, we're working on it now, Yeah. So I think it's important to pay attention to what your followers are asking for and what's trending on social media, because people see those trends and they're going to look for them.
And you've been really successful at the social media side of things. So I want to kind of dig in a little bit there. What things have been really successful for you in your approach to digital marketing on social media?
So with that, I started social media mostly on Instagram and Facebook. And I found that I wasn't necessarily getting as much of a reach as that I wanted originally. So I started expanding to YouTube and Twitter and Pinterest. And now at this point, if I post one thing, I'm sure to post on all of the platforms, because I found that our audience is on all kinds of different platforms, and different platforms trend different times and they kind of go back and forth. So I want to make sure that our presence is all over the internet. And what I tell our staff in training is, when you go to look up, let's say, a dentist, what do?
Google dentist near me.
Right. So if you're not on the internet, how is anyone going to find you? It's the same thing with the massage therapist. If you aren't on social media, if you're not on the internet and you Google massage therapist near me, how am I going to find you? You have to be active. You have to constantly be engaging. That I always say, the social media is the new yellow pages.
For sure. Well, and that can be overwhelming for somebody who's getting started, somebody who maybe is listening to this. So what advice would you give to someone who is looking to emulate your success? How can they build this in their own business?
For people starting out, I would say any content is better than no content. Because I know, when you're first starting out, it can be really overwhelming. And I've seen it in even some of my staff that they've never even had social media, and they come to the Winchester and we require a certain amount of posts per month. And like, I don't know what to do. I don't know, how am I supposed to do this when I'm doing a massage or doing a facial? I think it's just start by posting something, anything. It could be a picture of you walking into work. It could be a picture of you setting up your supplies. It could be a picture of you sanitizing your stuff when you're leaving. Honestly, your clients just want to see what you're doing and what kind of work you're producing and what you're up to. And I think that just posting anything is a great start.
That's really good advice. All right, it's time for another quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, Salt Nation, you're listening to the Worth Your Salt podcast. I'm Jennifer Orqua, and today I'm talking with Dayna Nyman of the Winchester Spa Salon about how you can keep your marketing fresh and new so your clients come back again and again. We'd love to hear your thoughts on how your own unique exclusivity and branding have helped you find success. So be sure to join Salt Marketing over on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook, and let us know about how you're growing your practice. So, Dayna, for salon owners looking to implement your strategies, what do you say are the first steps they should take?
I would go back to the ABCs. Make sure that you have your audience. If you're building your dream client, and that might be different for different businesses depending on what you're looking for, but make sure that you're putting out there what you want to attract. building that brand that's consistent, and of course, staying creative and staying on trend. That would be the three things there.
And of course, you built this brand around exclusivity, these experiences. And I've seen that you've done sort of themed marketing, like you have something fresh every season, every quarter. So how has that been so successful? How do you come up with those ideas, and how do you make sure that they're successful?
So again, it goes back to making sure that those themes and seasons still align with our brand. So when you look at the Winchester, I think like crystals and feathers and glam. So every season that I might do, even though the colors might be different or, the theme might be different, it's still the Winchester in the sense that it's glitzy and it's beautiful and it's luxury. So it's okay to do different seasons. It's okay to do different colors as long as it's aligning with your brand and your core values. And as long as you can look at it and still tell, oh, the Winchester did that, or that's from that business. As long as you're still staying in line, it's still appealing. And as long as it's still aesthetically appealing, I think that it'll still work and be successful.
That's good advice. So I want to go back for a minute to the membership program, because you mentioned that that's been a struggle. And I know that's a struggle for a lot of service providers. So any advice for service providers who are considering implementing a membership program? I mean, there's so many benefits, the recurring revenue, really just making sure that you're getting results for those clients. Any advice on how to make sure that your membership program is successful?
Yes. So before launching any type of membership program, ensure that it offers genuine value to your clients. Tailor it to their preferences to foster loyalty and repeat business. What do they want to come in for? What do they want to try? And it's okay to ask them. And we did some research with our memberships too. Like, hey, would you be interested in paying this a month if you got this, this, and this? And we found out that our clients were most excited about a membership goodie bag. So you would be surprised to learn what your clients actually want. You just have to ask. And that's the first step. It
sounds like Winchester's really good at that, about asking the clients, how was your experience? What do you want? And using that in the marketing, which is brilliant. So in your experience, there are definitely pitfalls that salon owners come up against when you're trying to scale. How can you avoid some of those pitfalls? What would they be?
I think one of the common pitfalls is overexpansion without the proper infrastructure. So if that's kind of one thing that we ran into because we grew so big so fast. We were doubling in size, if not tripling every year that we've been open. And it was hard keeping up because, we were just having to turn away clients. And part of what I thought was, okay, we'll just hire. And we'll just, busy. And we started to lose sight of that one-on-one customer satisfaction and quality. So I think it's important that you have, the management in place and the training in place and the systems in place that you don't lose focus of your quality and your customer satisfaction. So make sure that you have policies in place to make sure that the quality stays.
And I know you focus quite a bit on the culture internally as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, culture is so important to us. We have spent years making sure that our culture aligns with our brand and our values. And it goes to our Winchester mystique, which we always refer to. And that's 10 guidelines that we abide by at the Winchester that keeps our values and our clients, I think, satisfied with 5-star service because we are always aligning ourselves with the Winchester mystique and going above and beyond for those experiences.
I love that. So as this industry continues to evolve, what do you see as some of the biggest opportunities for growth in the beauty and wellness sector right now?
Right now, I think that technology is really important. I mean, just in the couple years that I've been doing this, I've watched consultation forms go from paper to a tablet. I think that technology of knowing exactly what your guest is looking for before they even arrive for their appointment is important. Having that technology there to look up Pinterest pictures, or having that technology there to adjust and add services on, and having the technology there to get that feedback. And now they even have expert recommendations that they just launched to where I can text a client a product 24 hours after their appointment instead of them, just buying it on Amazon. So there's so many things that they're developing. They even have Client Finder now with our software to where I can put in my dream client and it'll send out that marketing to all those clients in the area. So there's amazing things that are happening. I mean, the AI technology that is coming out right now, even Chat GPT and those kind of things. There's so many things that can help marketing right now and help the business and people who are trying to do this. There's so many tools out there. All you have to do is Google it, which is incredible, honestly.
Yeah, the resources are amazing. So looking ahead, what kind of developments can we expect to see from the Winchester? How do you plan to continue pushing these boundaries of success?
Well, one thing that we did this year that we're really excited about is our mentorship program. And what that is we basically get brand new stylists right out of school and we cultivate them to be the best stylists that they could be on the floor. And we motivate them, we encourage them, we empower them, and we give them all the education and we pour all of our passion into them. And we're finding that we have become such a strong team. It's incredible. I mean, and we're cultivating these future generations. And I think that is what is setting us apart right now. Making some strong professionals for the future.
I would agree with that. Yeah. So if we look sort of beyond the spa and salon industry, what do you think other health and wellness practitioners could learn from your journey and the strategies that you've employed?
I think it's important to stay true to your core values and focus on delivering experiences that go beyond the transaction. You know, do this because you're passionate about it.
I love that. So if we want to learn more about you, if we want to follow along with your journey at the Winchester, where can we go?
I think my main page would just be the Winchester right now.
Perfect. And of course, we'll link up Dayna's LinkedIn profile and the Winchester Spa and Salon's website, as well as the ways that you can connect with Dayna. All that will be available on our website at saltmarketing.co. But right now, Dayna, it is time for our lightning round questions. These are a few quick questions that I like to ask of every guest. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. First question is, what's something about you that often surprises people?
One thing that I think people get a kick out of is the fact that I have lived on a boat before.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I actually was a nanny on a yacht and we got to sail all the way up to Nantucket and back. And that was such a really cool experience.
That sounds amazing. We need to have another conversation about that.
That was neat.
Next question is, what is your favorite thing about the work that you do?
My favorite thing would be promoting people's passions, honestly, and the feeling of accomplishment when I feel like we're going to the next level and we're building awareness and making people feel good about themselves. I love seeing the final photos and videos that put together people just, feeling good about themselves and their hair and their beauty. I think that that's my favorite part.
That is definitely fun. All right. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
I would say going back to any content is better than no content at all. I think that that's something that I tell myself regularly because sometimes I will get overwhelmed about, oh my gosh, I got to post, I got to do this, I got to do that. I've realized over time that it's not about the amount of posts you post or bam, 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 story. It's about quality and making sure that you're staying in line with your core values.
Very nice. All right. So finally, who is inspiring you right now? Who are you listening to? Who's giving you the inspiration to keep going?
I am definitely always scrolling through Instagram, looking for trending people and accounts and videos, sounds, different things like that. But two people that I have loved following for social media advice, especially relating to the beauty industry and the medical spa industry. One of them is Sophia Hilton, and I've actually been to one of her seminars before when I was in Ireland for a conference, and that was really awesome. She's very animated, super about branding, and she's all about, her brand is black and yellow. So every single time you go to her page, I instantly know that it's Sophia's video or Sophia's post. And when I was at her seminar, she was saying, all right, everyone pull up your Instagram pages. Within 2 seconds, can you tell what services you do? Can you tell what your brand is? Can you tell, everything that you want your client to know within just a few seconds? And that kind of really stuck with me. And as I started following her page, I started really understanding what she was talking about with that, because every video she posts is just, it's so it's mesmerizing because she just brings everything in, and it's so appealing and aesthetically appealing. And I just want to stay on her page. And I think that that's the point of marketing and social media. So she's really awesome to follow. She's got really great advice when it comes to the salon industry, and she has her own salon in London. So she's got her own experience with that as well. So she's been a really awesome account to follow. Another account that I really like is called Aesthetics Social Club. Now, this is the one that I love following for the medical side of things, because she is really great with ideas for that, for the medical spa. And she's also really good with ideas for just general marketing as well, like having big text over reels and how to draw clients in for certain things. So that's actually been really helpful too. And I also recommend getting on creator broadcast on Instagram, so you get alerts and notifications when Instagram does different trends and updates. For instance, I just got an update from the creator broadcast this morning about how the algorithm is changing for repost. So there's different things and different pages that you can follow to stay in trend. Just definitely make sure that you have your subscriptions on for your favorite pages so you don't miss out on your favorite things.
Really good advice. Dayna, thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode of Worth Your Salt.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
I also want to thank you, Salt Nation. If you have a great success story, I'd love to talk with you and share your journey with our audience. So tell us about why you're worth your salt by emailing us at grow@saltmarketing.co. Of course, be sure to subscribe to Worth Your Salt so you never miss an episode. Finally, leave us a review or give the show a handful of stars wherever you get your content. That's all for this episode of Worth Your Salt. Be sure to join me again next time. In the meantime, let's get out there and shake things up.